Yesterday we had seen something about the life of Lord Buddha. Lord Buddha, we learned that at the age of 12, he went for learning the Hindu scripture at this for schooling, and after 4 years, when he came back, he was 16 years of age, and then he got married, and then one day he saw he met four what do you call two alive people. Four sights he saw while he was going on hunting. First of all, he saw sick man, then old man, and then the funeral procession of a dead body, and at last he saw the monk. So he got very much disturbed, and to seek the solution for all the human suffering, he left the home, leaving his wife and his newborn son. And then he became a monk, and he wandered for almost 7 years to different places, searching the enlightenment. And then at last he came under a fig tree, what is called the Bodhi tree, people tree, and there he sat for 7 years. He meditated 7 days, and after 7 days he got the enlightenment. And when he got the enlightenment, when he got the knowledge how to free oneself from all kinds of suffering, he started sharing his wisdom to the people. And that's why he was moving from one place to another. But first of all, he came to Banaras, and at Banaras is, we know it is a very holiest places in Hindu mythology. There he delivered his first sermon. पहला sermon उसने वहां पे दिया. And in that sermon, he has narrated a story of Kisa Gautami. And what is the story, and what is the message Gautam Buddha Lord Buddha want to deliver through this story? We will see in the end of the story. So the story is very beautiful one. See, the Kisa Gautami had only son. She had a son, only one. And suddenly what happens? The son died. And naturally, she was a mother. She becomes very sad. And in her grief means sadness, she carried the dead body of the child to all the neighbors. She started going from one neighbor to another neighbor. When she found that her son is died, her child is dead, she went to her neighbors asking them for medicine. She was asking all the neighbors to give medicine. For what? To bring her dead son back to life. She wanted to make her son alive again. She started going to the neighbors asking for medicine. And the people said, when she was asking for medicine, people thought, and they were saying that she has lost her senses. Lost her senses, she has gone mad. Because it is not possible to bring the dead back to the life. That's the truth. Everybody was knowing this. Sabhi neighbors ko pata tha, aisa ho nahi sakta. No medicine is there in the world which can bring the dead back to the life. But she did not know this. She did not know this. Why did she not know this? Because she was in extreme pain, extreme grief. उसने अपना son खोया था. वो mad हो गई थी. Mad मतलब she had lost her senses. She did not know what is right and what is wrong. So she started going from one place to another, one neighbor to another, asking for the medicine. The boy is dead. At last, Kisa Gautami met a man. She met a man, and who replied to her request. And again, she requested the man, please give me the medicine. My son is dead. I want to bring him back. मैं उसको वापस जिंदा करना चाहती हूँ. ऐसी मेडिसिन मुझे दो. वो इस व्यक्ति को मिली, ऐसे एक आदमी को. तो उसने क्या, what reply he gave? He said, I cannot give thee. Thee means you. Old English है. Thee का अर्थ होता है you. I cannot give you medicine for thy child. Thy means your child. I can't give medicine for your child, but I know a physician. But I know a man, physician. Physician means one who gives the medicine. We can call it a doctor. I know a physician. वैद्य ज्यादा म्हणतात. But I know a physician who can give you the medicine. मैं ऐसा वैद्य को जानता हूँ, ऐसे डॉक्टर को जानता हूँ, who can give you medicine to bring your son back to your life. And the girl said, and she was very happy when the man told this to her. She said, pray, tell me, please tell me, I request you, sir, who is it? Who is that doctor? Who is that physician? I will go to him. Please tell me the name of that man. And the man replied, man said, yes, go to the Salyamuni. Salyamuni was the name of Buddha. She said, yes, there is a physician called Salyamuni. He can give you the medicine to bring your son back to your life. And his name is Salyamuni. You go to Buddha. And other name is the Buddha, Salyamuni. Okay. You can see here. She has come to Lord Buddha. She said, Disa Gautami repaired old English है, इसका अर्थ होता है नीचे दिया है went to. Repaired means went to. She went to Buddha, Lord Buddha, and cried. She said, weeping, Lord and Master, give me the medicine that will cure my boy. Please give me one medicine that will cure. Cure means recover. उसको make better again, जिसको ठीक कर सके, वापस ला सके. Give me the medicine which will make my son alive, जो मेरे son को जिंदा कर सके. She said to Lord Buddha. The Buddha answered. What was the reply, Buddha? Yes, I will give you the medicine. I will bring your son back. But before that, I want a handful of mustard seed. I want a handful. Handful मतलब मुट्ठी भर. Mustard seed यहाँ नीचे दिया है. Mustard seed आपको मालूम है, जिसको मोहरी म्हणतो मराठी मध्ये, राई. I want a handful of mustard seed. And when the girl in her joy promised to procure it, the girl said, okay. She was very happy. She said, yes, very happily promised Lord Buddha that she would procure. Procure ka artha means to get. I will bring it. I will obtain it from somewhere. The Buddha added, लेकिन बुद्धा ने उसके आगे कहा, I don't want only the handful of mustard, but remember, I want the mustard seed must be taken from a house, उस घर से लाना है, where no one has lost a child, husband, parent, or friend. You go and bring a handful of mustard seed from that house where no death has occurred. Means nobody has lost his son, where nobody has lost her husband, nobody had lost his parents, और nobody has lost a friend. ऐसे घर में जाना है जहां पे कोई मृत्यु नहीं हुई, ना किसी ने अपना बेटा खोया है, ना किसी ने अपना पति खोया है, ना किसी ने अपने माँ बाप को खोया या फ्रेंड को खोया है. ऐसा अगर घर है, उस घर से मुझे मुट्ठी भर राई, मोरी, मस्टर्ड सीड लेके आओ. Buddha told Kisa Gautami, and Kisa Gautami said, yes, I will go. She was happy. She was ready. Then you can see in the picture, she went house to house, but could not find a single house where someone, here she is begging. Begging means she is requesting. Every house to house she went. Poor Kisa Gautami now went from house to house. Har ghar mein ja rahi thi. And the people pitied her. When she was requesting, please give me a handful of mustard seed, people were pitying. Pitying means they were feeling very sad for her. उस पे दया आ रही थी. Pitied her and said, कहते थे, no, here is mustard seed. Yes, mustard seed is here. राई है मेरे पास, mustard seeds है, take it, लेके जाओ. But when she asked, उसके बाद वो पूछती थी, did a son or a daughter, a father or a mother die in our family? कोई तुम्हारे घर में किसी की मृत्यु हुई है क्या? They answered. What were their answers? Their answers were yes. Alas, really. The living are very few, but the dead are many. Yes, in my house, living people are very few, but there are more dead. There are more deaths in my house. मेरे घर में मृत्यु ज्यादा हुए जिंदा लोगों से ज्यादा. Means she did not find a single house where no death had taken place, where there was no death, जहाँ पे कोई मृत्यु नहीं हुई है. So few, but the dead are many. Do not remind us. Do not remind मतलब याद दिलाना. Do not remind us of our deepest grief. When you talk about the dead people, we remember our old one, our dear one, our loved one, which we have lost. Please don't talk about them. We feel very sad. They used to say. They started saying. हमें याद मत दिलाओ, हमें बहुत दुख होता है. कौन कह रहे थे? नेबर्स. वेयर शी वेंट फ्रॉम, नेबर्स नहीं, वो विलेज जहां पर वो जा रही थी. एवरी हाउस शी वाज गोइंग टू टेक मस्टर्ड सीड. ओके. एंड देयर वाज नो हाउस बट सम बिलोड वन हैड, यहाँ पे देयर वाज नो हाउस but some beloved one had died in it. There was no house means ऐसा कोई घर नहीं था जहां पर beloved one, beloved means loved one, जहां पे जो प्रिय होता है, जहां पर किसी की प्रिय की मृत्यु ना हुई हो, ऐसा कोई घर उसको नहीं मिला, क्योंकि बुद्धा ने कहा था कि उसी घर से लाना है where no death has taken place. Then Kisa Gotami became weary means very tired, very sad, very depressed, very disappointed, because she was not able to find the house and she was not able to get the mustard seeds which were asked by Lord Buddha. Lord Buddha ने जो मांगा था वो नहीं मिल रहा था, and she wandered everywhere and she became very tired. Weary means very tired, hopeless. एंड होपलेस मतलब उसको कोई आशा नहीं बची थी, टायर्ड हो गई थी. एंड सडनली सी सैट डाउन, बैठ गई एट द वे साइड मतलब एट द पाथ, मतलब जो वे होता है उसके साइड में बैठ गई, रास्ते के बाजू में, at the side of the road. She sat at the side of the road and she started watching the lights of the city. From that place she was able to see the lights in the city. अब उस समय में ये हमारे ट्यूब लाइट्स नहीं थे, लाइट्स थे. इस पिक्चर में देख रहे हैं जैसे इस तरह के लाइट्स were burning in the house in the city. As they flickered, and after some time when she was continuously watching the lights of the city, what happened? They flickered. Flickered means burn and then put up, बुझ जाना. फ्लिकरिंग मतलब फड़फड़ाना. What English में हम जो मतलब है. So they were flickering up and were extinguished again. Extinguished means put off again. Extinguished में बुझ जाना. उसने क्या देखा? When she was sitting at the side of the road, she saw that the lights in the city were flickering, फड़फड़ा रहे थे, and before they get extinguished. Extinguished मतलब बुझ जाने से पहले. And at last, after some time, what happened? When the oil was over, those what do you call, the flames consume all the oil. जब oil खत्म हो गया, what happened? The darkness of the night reigned everywhere. There was a darkness, complete darkness, and rain मतलब there was the everything was covered with dominant था. Rain मतलब dominant था, prominent था, हो गया. क्या हो गया? Darkness. There was no light everywhere now, because when the oil was over, there was a complete darkness of the night, and it was the whole city was covered with darkness. उसने देखा कि पूरा अंधेरा हो गया है सबकी जगह. And she and suddenly she remembered, she considered, she realized, उसको समझ में आ गया the fate of man. So here she has compared those lights with the life of man. वो जो लाइट्स होते हैं मैन के साथ, उसको समझ में आता है, उसका कंपैरिजन है. क्या? जैसे लाइट्स में जो जब तक हमारा यही फैक्ट है, जब तक जिंदा है वो इट विल बर्न, लाइट्स विल बर्न, आदमी जिंदा रहेगा. एंड अल्टीमेट एंड क्या है उसका? जो उसका यूनिवर्सल ट्रूथ क्या है? जो उसका एंड यही है कि इट विल एक्सटिंग्विश, द लाइट विल एक्सटिंग्विश, मतलब मैन विल मीट टू हिज डेथ और हर डेथ. मृत्यु यही डार्कनेस के साथ कंपेयर किया है यहाँ पर. डार्कनेस मतलब डेथ और लाइट बर्निंग मतलब लाइफ. You can take like this. She considered the fate of men. Fate of मतलब उसका नसीब यही है आदमी का. That their lives flicker up. Lives flicker मतलब उसकी जो जब जिंदा रहते हैं, they flicker. Flicker मतलब they are compared with the lights and they are extinguished again. Extinguished again means, and when the death come, their death is compared with the extinguishing of the light. मृत्यु को उसके लाइट बुझने के साथ उसको कंपेयर किया गया है. तो यही आदमी का fate है. That is the fate of the man. Okay. Then she thought, उसको समझ में आ गया. After when she watched this scene, she understood, she realized that. What did she realize? She said, how selfish am I in my grip. How selfish. Selfish अर्थ क्या होता है? Selfish meaning means the one who thinks only about himself. और जो दूसरे के बारे में बिल्कुल नहीं सोचता, सो अपने बारे में ही सोचता है, that is that person is called selfish. लेकिन यहाँ पर how selfish am I in my grip, मैं कितना selfish हो गई थी अपने दुखों में. तो उसको समझ में आ गया कि डेथ तो ये कॉमन ट्रूथ है. डेथ इज कॉमन टू ऑल. डेथ सबके लिए होती है. मेरा सन ही नहीं हुआ है डेड. इसके पहले बहुत सारे लोग हैं जिनके भी साथ भी ये हादसा हुआ है. सो लेकिन आई वॉज ओनली थिंकिंग अबाउट माई सेल्फ. सो शी कंसिडर्स हाउ सेल्फिश एम आई इन माई ग्रिप. डेथ इज कॉमन टू ऑल. ये उसको समझ में आएगा. कॉमन, एवरीवन विल डाई. 8 in this valley of desolation. Valley of desolation का अर्थ होता है an area which is filled with deep sorrow. Okay. 8 in this valley of desolation there is a path that leads him to immortality, who has surrendered all selfishness. But only a person who can become immortal. Immortal का अर्थ होता है अमर, who does not die, जो कभी नहीं मरता. The person can become immortal when if he surrender का अर्थ होता है त्यागना, त्याग कर देना या फिर आत्मसमर्पण कर देना. किसको? सेल्फिशनेस को अगर त्यागोगे आप. इफ यू आर नॉट सेल्फिश, if you live the life of selflessness, if you think about other, if you do not grieve, feel sad over the death of anyone, then you can become immortal. तब आप immortal बन सकते हैं. This is what she realized. सबसे पहली वो चीज कौन सी realize किया कि death is common. Death is common to all. It means that everyone has to die. Nobody is going to remain alive forever. Nobody is immortal. कोई immortal नहीं है. Immortality का अर्थ होता है अमरत्व. Everyone has to die, but you can become immortal. आप immortal बन सकते हैं. कैसा? If you surrender all your selfishness. अपना अगर selfishness आपने त्याग कर लिया है तो. Okay. Then she came back to Lord Buddha. Lord Buddha के पास आ गई. And Buddha said to her. बुद्धा ने क्या कहा? Actually, Buddha, the meaning of Buddha, the purpose of Buddha telling her to bring the seed from the house where no death has taken place was the same, to teach him the same lesson. वही lesson उसको सिखाना चाहते थे जो lesson उसने खुद समझ लिया था. कौन सा? The death is common to all. और यहाँ पे बुद्धा ने वही चीज बताया. क्या कहा है? The life of mortals. Mortals means यहाँ पे दिया है those who bound to die. Bound to die means everyone. हम human being जो मरने वाली है, मरते जिसको बोलते हैं. Those, we are all mortals. हम सभी mortals हैं. The life of mortals in this world is troubled and brief. वो कहता है कि जो भी हम human beings हैं, how is our life? Our life is always troubled. You will always face difficulties in your life. And life is also very brief. Brief means very short. हमारी life बहुत short है. And it is combined with pain. You only will not enjoy happiness in your life. You will have to face also troubles also. You will have to face sadness also. You will have to face difficulties also. Your life will not only the roses of bed, है ना, फूलों का ये नहीं होगा. तो you will have to enjoy the thorns also. You will have to face the thorns in life also. तुम्हें कांटे भी मिलेंगे. So that is what the he told to Kisa Gautami. So he said that our life is troubled. Our life is first of all very brief, very short. And it is troubled with and combined with pain, sadness, sorrows, grief. For there is not any mean by which those that have been born can avoid dying. Remember, he said, there is not any mean. Any mean is there is no way. कोई रास्ता नहीं है. By which those that have been born, for those people who are born, they can avoid dying. Nobody can avoid. Avoid मतलब टाल नहीं सकता. क्या नहीं टाल सकता? Dying, death. Nobody can avoid death. All people who are born, they have to die. After reaching old age, there is death. Remember, after reaching old age, once you become old, you have to die. Death is there. Death तो है. Of such a nature are living beings. सभी living beings जितने भी है, जो creatures है, living creatures, they all will die. सभी मरेंगे. जैसे as ripe fruits, यहाँ पे ripe fruits को हम compare करेंगे old age के साथ. Ripe fruits जो होते हैं are early in danger of falling. They are always in danger of falling. कभी भी गिर सकते हैं, है ना, ripe fruits. So mortals, उसी तरह जो व्यक्ति है, इंसान है, mortals, when born, जब पैदा होंगे, they are always in danger of death. तो कभी भी मर सकते हैं. ऐसा नहीं है तरुण है या फिर जो भी born हुआ है, he has to die. लेकिन जो ripe fruits है, जो old people है, they are in danger. They are always in danger of falling. कभी भी जा सकते हैं. उसी तरह those who have born, they will definitely have to die one day. As all earthen vessels, जो आपने जो earthen vessels देखे, vessels means जो हमने पॉट्स बोलते हैं, वो अर्दन मतलब मिट्टी के, अर्दन मेड फ्रॉम सॉइल, वेसल्स मीन्स पॉट, यूटेंसिल्स, है ना, दे आर मेड बाय द पॉटर हु मेक्स द वेसल, पॉटर, पॉटर मतलब कौन होता है, जो वन हु मेक्स द अर्दन पॉट्स, जो मट्टी के, जो जिसको हम मराठी में कुंभार बोलते हैं. एज ऑल अर्दन वेसल मेड बाय द पॉटर एंड इज बीइंग ब्रोकन, दे आर गोइंग टू बी ब्रोकन, जैसे टूटने वाले हैं. अर्दन वेसल जो है वो टूटने वाला है. सो इज द लाइफ ऑफ मॉर्टल्स, मॉर्टल्स की लाइफ भी वैसी है. देखिए यहाँ पे mortal human beings are compared with the earthen vessels, and he is also compared to the ripe fruits. ripe fruits के साथ भी उसको कंपेयर किया है. जैसे ripe fruits कभी भी गिर सकते हैं पेड़ से, मतलब इंसान है तो वो भी कभी भी मर सकते हैं. उसी तरह जो earthen vessels होते हैं, जो पॉटर क्रिएट करता है, वो कभी भी टूट सकते हैं. सो मार्टल्स की लाइफ, जो ह्यूमन बींग्स की लाइफ है, वो भी कभी भी खत्म हो सकती है, कभी भी मर सकते हैं. बोथ यंग एंड एडल्ट, रिमेंबर ही सेड, किसा बोलते, बोथ यंग और एडल्ट, तरुण आणि वयस्क, वृद्ध, बोथ दोज हु आर फूल्स एंड दोज हु आर वाइज, फूल्स एंड वाइज, जो बेवकूफ है एंड दोज हु आर वाइज, ऑल फॉल इनटू द पावर ऑफ डेथ, ऑल विल डाई. ऐसा नहीं है कि वाइज है तो अमर हो जाएगा, अनफुल है तो जल्दी मर जाएगा, ऐसा नहीं है. यंग एडल्ट, बोथ फुल्स और वाइज, रिच और पुअर, सभी को जाना है. ऑल हैव्स टू गो टू इन द आर्म्स ऑफ डेथ, इन द जॉज ऑफ डेथ. All are subject to death. Subject, all are meant for death. Everyone has to die. See, remember, this is a very important lesson Lord Buddha is giving. What he says that as ripe fruits and earthen, ripe fruits are in danger to fall at any time, as the earthen vessels are going to break at some time, similarly all young one and adults people and those who are fools and those are who are wise, all will die one day. And so it means that the death is common to all. Nobody can avoid death. That is the what message he is giving to Kisa Gautami. Now let's the last paragraph here. See, of those who, ऊपर का ही है ना, लास्ट वाला ही उसका एक्सप्लेनेशन है. Of those who overcome by death. ओवरकम का अर्थ क्या होता है, जो विन ओवर, उसको विजय पा लेता है, किसके ऊपर, डेथ के ऊपर. डिपार्ट फ्रॉम लाइफ, डिपार्ट फ्रॉम लाइफ मतलब डिपार्ट मीन्स गो अवे फ्रॉम लाइफ, जो निकल जाता है डेथ से, अपने बॉडी से निकल जाता है. जो वन हु डाई, अ फादर कैन नॉट सेव हिज सन. रिमेंबर, इवन दो, सी, फादर, if the son is dying before the father, there is no power in father's hand to save his son. फादर भी अपने बेटे को नहीं बचा सकता. नॉर किन्समैन, किन्समैन का अर्थ होता है अ मैन हु इज वन ऑफ ब्लड रिलेशन, मतलब रिलेटिव्स को कहेंगे हम. नॉर किन्समैन देयर रिलेशन, एनी, नो रिलेटिव कैन सेव हिज रिलेटिव्स. नोबडी कैन सेव हिज रिलेटिव्स. उसके जो रिलेशंस होते हैं, है ना, जो भी नातेवाईक होते, वो अभी हमारे रिलेशंस को नहीं बता सकते. ना तो फादर बचा सकता सन को, ना कोई नहीं. मार्क, रिमेंबर, while relatives are looking on and lamenting deeply, what happens when somebody dies in our family? The relatives may mourn our death. They weep, वो रोते हैं. They are sad. So remember that while relatives are looking on, जब वो देखते हैं हमें मरे हुए, and lamenting deeply, lamenting का अर्थ है express regret or disappointment. lamenting मतलब शोक बनाते हैं हमारे बाजू में बैठ के. तो वो ये भूल जाते हैं, क्या बस भूल जाते हैं, वन बाय वन, एक के साथ एक वन बाय वन, मॉर्टल्स आर कैरिड ऑफ. मॉर्टल्स और कैरिड ऑफ, कैरिड ऑफ तो लेके मर, जितने भी हमारे साथ जो लोग बैठे हुए, एक एक की बारी आने वाली है, हर एक को जाना है. दे आर बीइंग टेकन अवे, किसकी तरह, लाइक एन ऑक्स, जो ऑक्स होता है ना, जो आपने देखा, दैट इज लेड टू द स्लॉटर. स्लॉटर क्या होता है, वेयर या द किलिंग ऑफ एनिमल फॉर फूड. स्लॉटर यहाँ पे देख सकते हैं अपन, एक ये ऑक्स है, उसको स्लॉटरिंग चल रहा है फूड के लिए. तो यहाँ पे हमारी जो मॉर्टल्स है, दे आर कंपेयर्ड विद द ऑक्स, ऑक्स के साथ कंपेयर किया है. तो जो हमारे रिलेटिव्स हमारे बाजू में बैठ के शोक मनाते हैं, दे फॉरगेट दैट, वो भूल जाते हैं कि नेक्स्ट दे आर आल्सो विल बी टेकन बाय वन, उनको भी ले जाया जाएगा. कहां पर, मृत्यु के पास. like an ox की तरह, that is led to the slaughter. जहाँ पे slaughtering की तरह ox लेके जाता है, हमें भी जाना ही पड़ेगा. So the world is afflicted with death and decay. So the world is afflicted, affected very adversely, है ना, affected with death and decay. Decay means आपको पता है to become, जो हम उसको खराब हो जाता है, स्पॉइल हो जाता है, सड़ जाता है. So death is common. Remember, the world is afflicted. There is death everywhere in the world. Therefore, the wise do not grieve. So that's why, who are the wise people? Those are the wise people who do not show grief. Grief मतलब grief. Grief मतलब जो दुख नहीं मनाते हैं, वही कौन है? Wise people है. Knowing the terms of the world. This is the term of the world. This is the what यही दुनिया की रिवाज है. कौन सा? That is the fact. That is the universal truth. So we should not grieve over the death of anybody. That is what he is telling us in this paragraph. यहाँ पे नीचे explanation देखिए. The only way death works is withdrawing the person from the living world. Is the person ceases to exist. No one has control over death. Neither a father can save his son, nor a kinsman his relative. Just like an ox is taken to the slaughterhouse to be killed, so does death do with mortal. उसी तरह death भी हमें लेके जाते हैं, और living none behind. किसी को पीछे छोड़कर नहीं जाएंगे, हर एक को जाना है. Thus the one who knows this truth and does not grieve at his loss is the one who has been called wise by Lord Buddha. वही wise है जो दुख नहीं मनाता है, इस चीजों को accept करता है. This is the last paragraph. Not from weeping nor from grieving will anyone obtain peace of mind. If you want to get the peace of mind, you should not weep over the loss of your any near or dear. किसी के ऊपर रोना नहीं है आपको, दुख मनाना नहीं है. What is, and then only you will get peace of mind. तुम्हें शांति मिलेगी. On the contrary, लेकिन ऐसा अगर नहीं किया, his pain, अगर आप रोते रहोगे, his pain will be the greater. You will suffer more. आपको ज्यादा दर्द होगा. And his body will suffer. आपकी बॉडी भी ज्यादा सफर होगी. आप रोते ही रहोगे. If you show your continuously weep over the death of anybody, what will happen? Your body will suffer. तुम्हारा शरीर सफर होगा. और you will suffer more. You will have more pain. आपको ज्यादा दर्द होगा. He will make himself sick and pale. You will make yourself sick. After weeping over the death of any near one, you will make yourself sick. आप दुखी हो जाओगे, pale हो जाओगे. Pale मतलब निस्तेज जो जिसको बोलते हैं. You will not have. Okay. 8, the dead are not saved. But remember, no matter how much you weep, no matter how much you show your grief, the dead are not saved. आपसे आपका dead people जो जिसका death हो चुका है, he will not come back to your life. Dead are not saved by his lamentation. Lamentation का अर्थ होता है expressing the sorrow. आप जो दुख दिखा रहे हैं उसको कहते हैं lamentation. Okay, he will not bring back, he will not come back to your life. The dead one will not become alive, no matter how much you cry, how much you show your lamentation. 8, the dead are not saved by his lamentation. He who seeks peace. लेकिन remember, he one who seek means search peace, should draw out the arrow of lamentation. You remember, if you want to have the peace, अगर आपको peace चाहिए तो क्या करना चाहिए? You should draw out. Draw out मतलब take out. आपके हृदय से क्या निकालना है? Arrow of lamentation. Arrow lamentation क्या होता है? आपको दुख मनाना बंद करना पड़ेगा, रोना बंद करना पड़ेगा. And complaint and grief. आपका दुख है, complaint है लाइफ के बारे में, हाँ, वो आपको सब भूल जाना पड़ेगा अगर आपको peace of mind चाहिए. He who has drawn out the arrow, अगर आपने arrow निकाल लिया है, arrow of lamentation, and if he has become composed मतलब you have become what you call calm and जिसमें कोई selfishness नहीं है, calm है, composed है, then what will you get? You will obtain peace of mind. Then only you can get peace of mind. आपको आराम मिल सकता है, peace of mind मिल सकता है, शांति मिल सकती है. Who has overcome all sorrow? Overcome मतलब win हो, जिसने विजय पा लिया किसमें? All sorrow, सभी दुखों पे. He will become free from sorrow. वही sorrow से, दुखों से मुक्त हो जाएगा. And he will be blessed. He will attain moksha. He will free from all kinds of troubles in life. This is what Lord Buddha has taught through this example of, give this message through the example of Kisa Gautami. Here देखिए, according Lord Buddha, one should, just wait. One should not grieve. Grieve का अर्थ है show lamentation, है ना, show sadness. One should not grieve, weep, or be miserable at something which is bound to happen, for it will keep man away from obtaining peace of mind. It will only multiply the pain. उस रोने से वो multiply होगा आपका दर्द and suffering, thus leading to physical weakness. You will become weak, physically weak, and no amount of grief will bring back the dead. It is very important to understand that one must move past feeling. उसको भूल जाना है, like sorrow and grief, as it is the only way that leads to the path of salvation. Salvation मतलब आपको मोक्ष मिलेगा. This is what, in this way we have finished this lesson. और मुझे लगता है the message is very clear, but Kisa Gautami did not realize this message, because there is no, to understand such a message, only the people like Lord Buddha can understand it. We are all very common people. It is a natural feeling. हमारा natural feeling होता है. We cannot bear the loss of our dear one. कोई भी dear one हो तो उसका हम loss bear नहीं कर पाते. That's why our condition become like Kisa Gautami. But this is what, if you really want to have the peace of mind, we should follow the path of लॉर्ड बुद्धा. आपने देखा होगा लॉर्ड बुद्धा ने सब कुछ छोड़कर, लॉर्ड बुद्धा घरदार परिवार सब छोड़कर वो चले गए, और उनको पीस ऑफ माइंड मिला. लास्ट में उनको विजडम मिला, एनलाइटमेंट मिला. सो दिस इज अ वेरी गुड टीचिंग अबाउट लॉर्ड बुद्धा. आई होप यू एंजॉयड इट. आपको अच्छा लगा, पसंद आया लेसन?
यस सर.
सभी को समझ में आ गया बेटा? हाँ. इसके ऊपर सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन होता है जो है ना, व्हाट इज द टीचिंग ऑफ लॉर्ड बुद्धा. लॉर्ड बुद्धा की टीचिंग कौन सी है, व्हाट मैसेज यू वांट टू गिव. तो आपको ये वही चीज याद रखना, डेथ इज कॉमन टू ऑल. Death is common to all. Yeah, all adult, all young one, all rich or full, poor, all fool or wise, they all have to die. And if we continue to show our grieve over the death of our near one, we are not going to get the peace of mind. If we want to get the peace of mind, salvation, we should not grieve over the death of any near one, because death is common to all. ये भी याद रखना है. And he has compared as the ripe fruits and vessel is going to break. Ripe fruit is going to fall at some time. Similarly, every man who is born is going to die at some time. This is the message of this lesson which is given by Lord Buddha. और इसमें ये भी होता है, ये वाला पहला क्वेश्चन है. Tomorrow we will discuss. Now today we will not discuss. Tomorrow we will discuss the question answer. आप एक काम करना, एक स्टोरी को एक बार फिर से पढ़ लेना टेक्स्ट बुक से, ताकि हम अच्छी तरह से उसको फिर क्वेश्चन आंसर डिस्कस कर सके. ओके चिल्ड्रन, शैल वी स्टॉप हियर नाउ टुडे? रुकेंगे यहाँ पर?
यस सर.
ओके भाई.
यस सर.
ओके, कल मिलेंगे.
यस सर.
ओके बाय.
यस सर.
यस सर.
बाय.
ओके बाय बेटा.
बाय सर.